Yo, what is up everybody? It's Noah here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to go from 0 to 1K per day as fast as humanly possible. Now I'm sure you guys are feeling some type of information overload because when it comes to e-commerce and dropshipping, there is so much information out there that you feel stuck, that you don't know what to do. But I can tell you that if you watch this video step by step, just take my info from this video, you will be able to scale up to 1K per day. Because the reason that I'm making this video is to remove the excuse from you guys of I don't know how, because at the end of the day, guys, knowledge is not the reason you're not making the money you want to make. The reason you're not making the money you want to make is because you haven't started implementing. But I want you guys to watch this video and implement everything I'm telling you, or implement it as you guys are watching this video. Because I'm telling you with full confidence that you guys will be able to make sales tomorrow if you guys follow this. And if you don't have the attention span to sit down and watch a video that tells you exactly how to make money online, then I'm sorry, but you're absolutely cooked, because this is for the ones that are serious about making money with e-commerce. So just to show you guys that you guys are learning from someone that knows what they're talking about, yesterday I did 2.1K. The day before that I did 1.5K. The day before that I did 1.4K. And today we're sitting at $700 when it's still 12:44 p.m. So we're definitely hitting 1K today. And the reason I show you guys this is because it's not how to make 1K in a day, it's how to make 1K per day. All you gotta do is follow what I'm showing you. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right guys, $0 to $1,000 per day with e-commerce specialized in AI. This is a full course, absolutely for free. So let's go ahead and get into it. Most of the e-com advice that you guys hear is that you guys need to test as many products as possible, find the best product research methods, all that stuff. The reality is that the product does matter a lot. It does matter about 40%, but what matters way more than the product is the competitive advantage that you can create. So there's multiple ways to create a competitive advantage, and here are just a couple, guys. You can get a competitive advantage in a market by getting better creatives, or understanding your marketing better, or having a better offer, a better website, which CRO stands for conversion rate optimization, having a better website than all your competitors. And then you can also compete with people through AOV and LTV, but I will say this is after 1K a day. I wouldn't compete with that until after you're making 1K per day already. So the two things that we're gonna focus on the most to scale up to 1K per day as fast as humanly possible is how to make good creatives and how to craft a good offer with a good website. Now, what I like to call this is a high confidence test. Now, like I said, guys, most people will tell you, go out there, find a product, build a store, launch it up, rip ads, launch it up. Now, that can work, and that did work back then, but the problem with that is you're launching up a trash website with trash creatives and a trash offer. And how do you expect to be profitable when you can barely compete with the competition that's already out there? Now, a high confidence test is already getting competitive advantages from day one. So we're going to understand our market. We're going to pick a good market, and we're also going to pick products that we know will work. We're going to craft a good offer with a good website, and we're going to make good creatives. Now, the reason most people don't do this is because it takes too long. But guys, listen, we have AI, it's 2025. So with AI, we can literally do all of this in literally a matter of like 2 or 3 hours, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to launch a high confidence test, way better than all your competitors on day one, and literally probably about, it may take you 2 to 3 hours. Obviously, if it's your first time, maybe 3 or 4 hours. But the point is, it can be done in one single day. There's no reason that you should be waiting days or weeks to launch up a good test. So let's go ahead and get into the first part, which is your market. Now, there's only two things that you guys need to look at when picking your market. Does it have any emotional pain, or is it evergreen and uptrending? So let me dive deeper into emotional pain. This is the most important one. Think of the problem in the market. Is this something that someone really wants to change about themselves? So as an example, let's go ahead and just pick the fitness market. So like, think of it like this. That is one of the best markets to ever be in. Obviously, people have been making money in the fitness industry for literally hundreds of years, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it will never stop making money because people have an emotional pain. People feel emotional when they're not in shape. People feel emotional when they're not happy with how they look. So that is an emotional pain. That is an example. So we want to join markets that have those type of pains. And then evergreen or uptrending is, fitness market is an evergreen market. That means this will never be something that goes away. People will always want to lose weight. People will always want to look better. Is it uptrending? This matters more for sub niches, right? So like an example, within the fitness market, there's different trends that come up and down. So like right now, one of the things that is uptrending in the fitness industry is shapewear, right? Women like to wear those devices that kind of shape them and make them look a certain way. That is one example of a sub niche that is uptrending within the evergreen market of fitness, right? This is how you pick your market. But I love every single one of you guys, and I want all of y'all to make money. So I will literally just give you guys all the markets that you guys can look at. So here are some proven markets that are just known to just make tons of money. All of these have emotional pains or they're evergreen and uptrending. These are all proven markets. So to start off, we have beauty. Beauty is an evergreen market because people will always want to look better. This is something that has been happening literally since the dawn of time, and it will never go away. People will always want to look better. But here are some uptrending sub niches within the market. You got hair growth or hair loss, because at the end of the day, guys, when people are losing their hair or they want their hair to look nice, they are emotional about that. They are willing to buy a product that will bring that solution, right? Curly hair care is another thing. Curly hair is uptrending in style. Obviously, I have curly hair. I've had it my entire life, but a lot of people are trying to get curly hair for some reason. And then obviously, you guys can look at the rest. These are all of these markets that you guys can look into that will be able to make you money. Within the body care, this is also evergreen. There's all multiple different sub niches within this. You got weight loss, back pain, loose skin repair, shapewear, anti-bloating is a big one right now. Now we have passionate / lifestyle, which are like a niche area to be in. So like an example, holistic beauty. There is a big market of people who understand that they want to have natural beauty or natural products. So this is a really, really good market to be in. Also, you got pets. People are passionate about their pets. If they see one of their dogs hurting or their cats hurting, a lot of times the pet owners will be hurting just as much as those cats or dogs because they love their pets more than they love themselves. A lot of times people spend as much money, it doesn't even matter when it comes to their pets. And then you got spiritual health, and then you got babies. Now health and wellness is another market that is really, really good. And here are some sub niches within this market. You obviously have like mental clarity. So these are like nootropics and stuff. You got stress relief / anxiety relief, mood boosters, energy boosters. All of these are proven markets, guys. If you can find a good product within these markets, I guarantee you, you are in a good market and it's going to make you some money. And then I just want to throw this in here. These are some markets that you should stay away from. Things like clothing and jewelry. These are not good products to start selling, especially if you're a beginner, because they're a lot harder to run. You know, you deal with a lot more returns. There's not really any like unique mechanisms or special ways to market these things. Maybe apparel a little bit. But like I said, for beginners, there's a lot of nuances you guys will need to figure out, like sizing differences, returns, customization. Apparel is just not a good business to start if you guys are trying to make money as fast as possible. I stay away from apparel and jewelry. Cool gadgets, so things like fidget spinners or like cool lamps and stuff like these worked in like 2016, and then it worked again in 2020 when TikTok came out. But I promise you guys, in 2025, cool gadgets do not sell at all. You know, people can get that stuff off of Temu, guys. They're not going to buy that off of your ecom store, and it's very, very hard to market or scale a cool gadget store. Home decor is not that good either, guys. This is an exception in some cases. There are some products that are really, really cool. There are some products that solve a problem within a person's home. But if this is just simply a cool looking product like a vase, guys, do not sell that. That is not going to sell. Anything that has to do with phone accessories doesn't sell, guys. That was cool in 2014 when phones first started really coming out like that. And then seasonal products, I would stay away from these because you may make money in the warm area, but once the cold area comes, you're not going to be making 1K a day anymore. And you guys, we want to continuously make money month over month, and we don't want to sell products that are just going to die off on us. So that was market, guys. Now we're going to move on to product. And the first thing that we need to do is product research, guys. This is how we find what are we going to sell. So these are the criteria that I look at when I try to find, you know, what am I going to sell to people? What kind of value can I provide to people? So there's a few things that I do like to look at whenever I'm product researching. Obviously, when you find a product, it doesn't need to fit every single one of these, but the more that it fits, the better that it will be. But there are a couple non-negotiables. So an example, satisfying an immediate need. This is a non-negotiable. Your product needs to satisfy their need immediately. So an example, say you're selling a pet product that gets rid of fleas. That product needs to be like very, very upfront. Like once they buy the product and they get the product, they will get rid of fleas. This is how you can ensure that people will want your product even more, because at the end of the day, there's more value when it happens quicker. So if you can satisfy people's immediate need, your product is a lot better. Obviously, guys, you guys want to sell products that aren't able to be found in stores. The reason for that is because people are scrolling on their phone, and if they just see it there, you don't want them to just put their phone down and go to Walmart and purchase it, because at the end of the day, Walmart is the fastest way to get it. They can just drive there, get it, and come back, right? A lot of times you'll lose sales if a product can be found in stores, and a lot of times if it is in stores, it's way too saturated. So I don't recommend to sell products that are able to be found in stores. You want to find products that are easy to ship and have good cost of goods sold. So if you guys want to know if it's easy to ship, obviously if you're a beginner, you probably don't know whether it is or not. But essentially, the smaller it is and the less that it weighs, the easier it is to ship. So don't sell products that don't fit in a shoebox. So think of a shoebox. Can your product fit in that? If it can, then I would sell that. And when it comes to cost of goods sold, you need your product to be a minimum of a 3x markup. So what this means is if you're selling a product that costs you $10 to fulfill, this means shipping and the product in total, then you need to sell this product for at least $30. Now, 3x markup is the bare minimum, guys. I recommend actually having a 4x or at least a 5x markup. This will make life a lot easier to scale and be profitable. But sometimes you may find a product that is a bit on the more expensive side, but it is still a really good product. So 3x markup is the minimum you want to get. But there is also a rule to this, guys. You also want to have at least $20 in profit per order, right? The 3x markup rule applies only if you get $20 in profit. So an example, if you have a product that you can source for $3 and you times that by 3, that's only $9, guys. So this is only like $6 in profit. So the 3x markup rule does not apply in this case. You want to have at least $20 in profit. So if you're selling a product that costs you $3 to ship, you want to sell it for at least $23. So that's the basic rule on how to understand your cost of goods sold. Because guys, we're here to make money and run a profitable business. So the next thing that I look for in products is, does it have potential for upsells or potential for subscriptions? So think of it like this, guys. If you guys get a product that you can get to 1K per day, obviously you can scale that and brand it and turn it into a product that is scaling you to 10K per day, 15K per day, 20K per day, right? And the only way to do that is you will need to have upsells or subscriptions. Now that is how you build a real brand. But obviously this is a topic for another video, but I recommend having a product that, could potentially give you an upsell. Like an example, if you're in a fitness niche and you're selling a waist trainer, maybe you can sell a butt lifter as an upsell, next to that, right? So find products that, have similar products in that niche that you could potentially sell in the future. Or if you're selling a supplement, supplements can be sold in subscriptions. This way, one customer doesn't buy from you one time, they buy from you multiple times. So the last thing a product needs to have is at least one unique mechanism. Now, this is actually the other non-negotiable. So what a unique mechanism is something that separates this product from everyone else. Like, what makes this product special? So when you guys think of unique mechanisms, try to think of how does it separate itself from other products. So think of this anti-barking collar right here, right? Now, I'm sure there's other solutions to solve barking, but this one is a pain-free collar where you can just snap it on, and that is the unique part about it, is that your dog won't have to go through a painful process of trying to get rid of its barking, right? So this is an example of a unique mechanism. Another example could be this product right here. So what this is like a laser hair removal, but it's in a handheld device. Instead of having to go to laser removal, this device can permanently remove hair just by using it in your hand. So this is another example of a product with a unique mechanism. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to find these products. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Facebook ad library. So Facebook ad library is a free platform. If you don't know what it is, just go ahead and go to Google, type in Facebook ad library, click on here. And then what you guys want to do is you guys want to come in here and click all ads. Now, obviously guys, there's multiple ways to find products, but I'm going to show you guys probably one of the easiest and best ways for free, because a lot of the other ways to find products does cost money. So we're going to do it for free. The ad library is probably one of the best free methods you guys can use. So I'm going to show you guys my method for finding products here. So what you guys want to do is come in here, click all ads. And what you guys want to do here is type in keywords. So there are multiple words that people like to use when they're running ads on Facebook. There's things like buy one, get one free, free shipping, sale ends tonight, things like this. So you want to type in certain keywords and just pick one. So for now, we're going to use like free shipping. And here, guys, you will see all the dropshipping products that you guys can see from other ecom brands, but that is not the secret. So what you guys want to do is come in here to filters, and then what you guys want to do here is click videos, and then make sure this is set to active ads. And then here's the cool part, right? What you want to do is you want to find a product that was running from 2 weeks ago to 4 weeks ago. So today's May 13th. So let's go ahead and run it to 2 weeks ago. Today was April 29th, and the day before this was April 15th, 2025. So as you guys can see, I set it from 4 weeks ago to 2 weeks ago. Now, this is why this works. So I'm searching for ads that have been running for at least 2 weeks that were launched within the past month. The logic behind this is that if someone is still running their ads after 2 weeks, then that means it must be working, right? So now what we want to do is just scroll here and find products that fit the criteria that we were looking at earlier. You don't have to watch every single video, but just scroll and just look at things, look at the copy. Like this guy says easy to store and carry. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this product.
Get the gift with Zonley's Mother's Sale. Begins with 40% off on our top-rated futon mattress, designed for...
Now this is some type of mattress, guys. And what you guys can look at is you want to look at their likes. Now, if it has a ton of likes, at least over 1,000, but under like 15,000, then that means that these guys have been scaling up and this is a validated product. So this is something I want to look at, maybe scroll into here. And what you want to do is just make a list of products. So that's just one product for now. We'll validate it later. I'm going to show you guys how to validate, but let's just keep on scrolling and looking for some. All right, boys, I was scrolling. It took me a few minutes, but I found this brand here called Shaper Love. And what it is here, I'm just going to actually show you guys a video really quickly. So let me just play it.
Women have Spanx. Now, men have Shaper Love. Hey, I'm Brad Adams.
So what it is, guys, I just opened up the website here. It's a tank top that literally is kind of like shapewear, but you wear it and it tucks your tummy. So, guys, I mean, if this doesn't fit the criteria, I don't know, what does, right? Whenever you guys do see a product like this, what you guys want to do is come in here and click view ads, and you want to see how many ads they got. And now if they have over 100 ads running, then that means that this product is scaling. So now that I found a product that I like, I'm gonna show you guys how to go ahead and validate a product. All right, now for product validation, there's only two things that we really need to be looking at, and that is pretty much, does it fit at least most of the criteria? So does it at least have one unique mechanism, and does it satisfy immediate need? Those are our two things that really matter. So the unique mechanism of it is that it hides your belly using compression, and then the satisfying immediate need is that once you put it on, your belly is gone. So yes, it does those two things. And then obviously you guys know it's in the body care market, which is a good market, and it cannot be found in stores, and this is obviously easy to ship. I mean, look at it, guys. This can definitely fit in a shoe box, and the cost of goods on this is probably really good. Obviously, guys, if you guys do want to know the price of a product, or at least an estimate, you do want to just take a screenshot, go to AliExpress, and you just want to drag that screenshot up on the top, and pretty much it'll pull it up. Now, as you guys can see, this is it right here. It costs about $6.07. Now, this is just an estimate because I don't actually source off of AliExpress, but the key is that you want an idea of what it costs. So if it costs $6.70, obviously a minimum price times 3 would be, around $20. So it does check this off. It checks this off, checks this off, checks this off. And when it comes to subscriptions, it doesn't really have subscriptions, but you could probably find some good upsells with it. I mean, I'm sure they're having some upsells. They have a Fit Dad program or another t-shirt. So there are some good upsells that you could go with it. You could actually upsell even more of these because honestly, guys, you don't wear this one time. You have to live 7 days of the week. So if you want to wear this every day, you need at least 7. You feel me? So like, this is a good product that you can, have good upsells with. So let's go ahead and just check that off as well. So that is a winner product for sure. Another thing you guys want to look at when validating a product is the competitor at least making 50K a month. So the reason that we need to know this is because we want them to prove to us that this product is in demand. Now, you guys never want to be first to the market in anything. The reason for that is because you don't want to be a pioneer. It's a lot harder to make money that way. Guys, we're trying to make 1K a day as fast as possible, so we don't want to reinvent the wheel at all. You never want to do that. So the way to tell if they're making money over 50K is you have to get this extension called SimilarWeb. This is a free extension. Just click on this. Not only can you see if they're scaling up, but you can see how many visitors they're having per month. So this brand is getting almost 500,000 visitors per month, which is absolutely insane. These guys are making well over 50K a month. They're making at least they're making at least $500,000 a month. That is a good way to tell. Obviously, this is not a true accurate representative of how much they make, but the key is if it's over a certain amount, like around 50,000 viewers or 100,000 viewers, that means that they are actually scaling and they're bringing traffic to their store, which means that their product is working. So that is how you validate a product. All right, y'all boys, so now that we have a product that we've chosen to sell, now what we need to do is build the store and build a good offer, guys. Now this is where the magic is made. Obviously, the product, like I said, guys, is only about 40% of your success. All you need is a validated product and a product that fits those criteria. Now this is where we separate ourselves with competitive advantage, right? So boom, here are the several points that you guys need to have whenever you guys are making a store and crafting an offer. All of these things are what's going to give you a competitive advantage over everyone else. So obviously, guys, what does your store need? The most basic thing that you guys need is the shrine theme. This is the best way to make your brand look branded and make it look trustworthy, guys. I'm not affiliated with Shrine Theme at all, but if you guys just come into here and just type in Shrine Theme, this is the Shrine Theme here, and this is pretty much what it looks like, and it just makes your store look super clean and super fast. Pretty much the best theme that you guys can have. It does cost a little bit of money, but it is worth it. But if you guys were in my inner circle, you wouldn't have to pay for this. If you know, you know. But this is pretty much what the theme looks like. Here's like a demo of it. Like I said, guys, I'm not affiliated with Shrine Theme at all. This is literally just what I use on all of my stores. This is literally what people scale up to $1 million per month with using this theme right here. Look at how clean it is. It's super, super easy to build on this. So it may look complicated for a beginner, but I promise you guys, this is super easy to use. But yeah, after you guys get the Shrine Theme, the next 3 things that you guys need are good product images, GIFs, and social proof. So when it comes to getting good images and social proof, you guys can make amazing images using ChatGPT. You could even tell ChatGPT to have a UGC creator holding your product so you can get good social proof. And when it comes to GIFs, just use Kling AI. What you guys can do is get images from ChatGPT and give it to Kling, and it'll animate it and turn it into a GIF. Now, that's all you really need for that. Now, these 2 things are actually the most important part of your website besides the images. It's good, convincing copy and a cold-friendly offer. So what cold-friendly offer is an offer that can convert on cold traffic. Because remember, guys, you guys will be advertising to people that have never seen your product before, and you want that offer to be so enticing that they purchase it. So I'm going to show you guys the best way to get good copy and a good offer using AI. So obviously, what do we need to craft a good copy and a good offer? What we need is to understand our customer on the deepest possible level. So we're going to go ahead and follow these steps right here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this using AI. This is going to put you guys miles ahead of your competitors, so just listen. All right, the first thing that you guys are going to need to do is do deep research on your customers. So we're going to go ahead and start doing deep research now, and the way that we do this is with AI. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to use these specific prompts that we can use to get some good research in. So essentially, guys, the first prompt is this one right here. We're going to go ahead and copy this, go to ChatGPT, and pretty much just paste it here and tell them what we're selling. So what we're selling is we're selling a men's shapewear undershirt for men with big stomachs. So part of the prompt is we're saying we're going to send a PDF screenshot of the current sales page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the sales page, and I have this extension here that will take the entire page and turn it into a PDF. So as you guys can see, it takes like 3 seconds. As you guys can see, it just pretty much screenshotted the entire page. If you guys want to know what this extension is called, it's called Fireshot. Go to the Chrome web store and then type in Fireshot, and it's the one that has this little blue logo. But essentially, you just want to come here and just click Save to PDF and click Save. And then go ahead and drag that into your ChatGPT. Then what you want to do is just click Enter. So after it gives us feedback on the sales page, what you guys want to do is move on to prompt number 2, which is this here. Now what we're doing now is we're going to teach AI how to deep research. We're going to tell it exactly what we want. So go into here, paste that in there, and then guys, here's the cool part. These are 2 files that talk about exactly how to research. We have research part 2 and research part 1. So what we're going to do, guys, is go ahead and just download both of these. And once you download them, guys, you want to drag those into there as well. You're going to go ahead and just click Enter. So guys, remember what we're doing now is we're training the AI exactly how to deep research. After it's done learning how to do research, what we're going to do is we're going to tell AI to make us a good prompt to give to the deep research thing so that we can go ahead and get some good deep research. And so all you got to do here is just fill this out right here. Enter the product you're selling. And what we're selling is men's shapewear undershirt, and then click Enter. So as you guys can see, it gave us an entire prompt to use to do some really good deep research. Now the thing is, guys, we're not going to do deep research on ChatGPT. We're going to do deep research on Gemini. Gemini is the much better deep research platform. I split tested all the deep research AIs, and by far Gemini is the best one. So what you guys want to do is come here and just click deep research, and then just go ahead and paste in that prompt that you guys just got from ChatGPT. Wait a second, and what it's doing here is it's asking you to approve its research process, and just go ahead and just click Start Research. And this is going to take maybe 7 to 8 minutes, guys. But when I tell you the amount of knowledge that you're going to get from this right here in just 7 or 8 minutes, it's going to be so much. And we're going to use this research to do more stuff. So I'm going to see y'all guys in just a second whenever it's done researching. All right, guys, so what Gemini just did is it scoured the entire internet from Reddit reviews, Quora forums, random websites, Amazon reviews, all of these different things, guys. It just came up with this intense research document. As you guys can see, these are all the places that it searched from. But essentially, now we understand the emotional and psychological landscape of men with big stomachs seeking a slimmer experience. So what you guys want to do now is just copy this entire research thing, and you want to put this into its own document. So go ahead and go in here, go into Google Docs, paste that in here, and you want to name this research doc for slimwear. All right, cool. And be sure to download this because we're gonna need this to create our offer and to write the copy for our website. So guys, we just finished step one. We just did deep research. So now it's time to create an avatar doc. So remember guys, the key to winning in ecom or any business, bro, but specifically ecom, is to understand our customer on the deepest possible level. And what better level do we know with this? Well, you may be asking, damn, we know them already a lot. But guys, we can know them even more. So let's go ahead and create an avatar document. So what you want to do now is come to the AI prompt Notion. And what we're going to do now is create a buyer persona. So that's this right here. And go ahead and just copy prompt 1. Go ahead and take this. Go into ChatGPT. Remember, guys, go into a new chat. Go ahead and throw that in there. And then you want to take that download that we just did, the research doc, throw that in there, and let ChatGPT analyze our research document. And what it's going to tell you now is to upload the avatar creation prompts. So now what we're going to do is come into the second prompt right here, which is the avatar creation prompt. Copy this entire big prompt and go ahead and throw that into ChatGPT. And look at what it's about to create for us, guys. It's about to create us the avatar prompt, which is going to be extremely, extremely useful. All right, guys. So it just shot out this entire buyer persona. This is how in-depth we are understanding our customer, guys. We just did hours and hours and hours of research, and literally maybe 10 minutes, literally just from using those few prompts. But as you guys can see, we know our customer better than our competitor, so we are gonna win against this competitor, right? So boom, it even gives it a name, right? The name, the age of our person, who they are, what is their most biggest problem, no matter what he wears, his gut ruins it. Boom, we know the emotions around that problem. We know the fears that he has. We know how it affects his relationships. We know all the hurtful things other people might say. He's tried other different things. He's tried different things to do it, but it just didn't work. So our product is coming in to save the day for this guy. And as you guys can see, we know what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to get a course set. He doesn't want to give up beer and wings. That's what he likes. You feel me? We know our customer better than they know themselves. Obviously our product is going to bring him the solution. Guys, we know what he wants. He wants to wake up with a flat stomach. He wants to look sharp in a slim fit dress shirt, things like that. We know what the people around him will be saying after he starts wearing the shirt. So this is the dream that we need to sell them. So what we're going to use this for is in our ads and our copy, we're going to sell him the dream. And the only way to get to that dream is using our product, guys. This is how you sell things like crazy on the internet. You want to meet them at the pain points and then sell them the dream. And in between that dream and the pain point is your product. So guys, we have this entire buyer persona here. So now what we're going to do is just go ahead and copy this entire thing and put this into a new document. So boom, we got this in a new document. We're going to need this as well. So as you guys can see, we went ahead and created our avatar doc. Now there's one more thing that we need, and then we're going to be able to craft our offer and create our copy. So let's go ahead and try to understand the necessary beliefs. So what a necessary belief is something that your customer needs to believe in order to purchase from you. So let's go ahead and copy this right here. Now what this first prompt is doing is it's teaching AI what a necessary belief is, just so that they understand what we mean when we say necessary belief. So go ahead and let that go through. All right, so now that our AI knows exactly what necessary beliefs our customer needs to have, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and attach our avatar sheet that we just made and the original research doc. So go ahead and copy this prompt right here, the research doc that we just made, and then you want to attach this buyer persona as well. So I didn't even download this, but go ahead and click download and then go back in here and attach the buyer persona and click enter, and now it's going to give us the necessary beliefs that we need to have. All right, so boom, here are the necessary beliefs. Now this is all good info that we're going to need to go ahead and craft our offer. So go ahead and copy this as well, make another document. This is the necessary beliefs tab. Now guys, we're going to go ahead and craft our offer. So like I said in the beginning, offer is one of the most important things. So all right, so now we're going to open up our offer creation template, and what we're going to do is just copy this entire thing, come in here, and then go into our AI, open up a new chat, paste that here. And then what we want to do here, guys, is we want to upload our buyer persona. We want to upload that sales page that we had gotten from earlier. And then now we want to upload our necessary beliefs document, which is this one here. And go ahead and just upload that right there. And then what we want to do is fill out our cost of goods sold and our sale price. So our sale price, these guys are selling it at $45. So $45 for one. This is so that it can make up a good bundle. And then The cost of goods, remember guys, I think it was like $6.70. Let's just say $10 just because, you know, with shipping, we don't know how much it could actually be. So boom, $45, $10, and then go ahead and just click enter. All right, boom, guys. So as you guys can see, we have everything we need to know about our product. We didn't even come up with a name. We didn't do anything. It did it for us. And as you guys can see, we have all of these name ideas. We have different ways to increase perceived values. We can add all of these different things that would make the offer more valuable. So like an example, an ebook is something we can just, you know, quickly craft up. And then, you know, obviously there are different ways you can bundle. You have the starter pack, the confidence pack, the total control pack. You know, it gives you the price, the cost of goods, and how much we profit on each one of them. And it tells you exactly how to position this as an all-in-one solution. So these are different things you can use when it comes to copy. You know, how do you shorten the sales cycle with scarcity, urgency, and guarantees? And then all of this extra stuff right here. And then you could even use this stuff like it's like Photoshop for your body, but real life, or like wearing a tailored suit under every shirt. These are really good things that you can add to your website that just makes people just trust you even more and make them want to buy, and all this extra stuff, guys. But it doesn't really matter. You can use this and go through this. But what I like to do with this is I like to do the same thing as we've done before. Go ahead and just copy all of this. It even gives us domain names, by the way, guys. But go ahead and copy all of that. Go ahead and make this here and paste it into here, guys. Now, go ahead and download this as well. And now we're going to write copy for our website. As you guys can see, we haven't thought about anything. We're just copy and pasting prompts, but we're getting elite level copywriting. We're getting elite level offers without even thinking a little bit. Now, then the last thing you guys want to do is go ahead and start writing the copy. So go ahead and copy this here. Scroll into a new chat. You know, obviously tell it what it is that you're selling. Remember to throw in the sales page right there. Upload. Guys, what we're doing is just teaching the AI exactly what we want. All right, so now what you guys want to do is go ahead and come in here and upload the second prompt. And what we're uploading with this one is we're uploading the offer template, we're uploading the buyer persona, and we're also going to upload the deep research doc that we did earlier. So those three things, and just so that it understands it even further, go ahead and upload that. All right, so now that it understands every single piece of document, it has all the info it needs. Now we can tell it to write the copy. And guys, by the way, before I go into this is how you really write copy with AI. If you just tell it to, hey, write me copy like this, or write me a sales page for this product, it won't be accurate. It won't have the, you know, good sauce that it needs to have. But when you do all of those steps prior to it, you go ahead and paste this in here. It knows exactly your product. It knows exactly how you're positioning it. And you go ahead and click enter. And this is going to write copy better than anyone that has ever written copy, right? Obviously, AI is much smarter than us. We don't have the skills to write copy like this. So boom. All of this is scientifically proven, guys. All you got to do now is open up your website, get Shrine Theme, go ahead and copy and paste all of these things in there, and boom. Now you guys have a high converting website. If you have good images, your website will be 100% perfect. Because I don't know if you guys have ever built a website before, but there's so many different things that you guys have to fill out, obviously, from the headlines to the emoji benefits, you know what I mean, to all the little extra paragraphs you guys need to have, and then the objections that need to be handled. All of these different things are literally just written out for you. This is the entire website being built for you. All you gotta do is just copy and paste the rest into your Shopify store. So boom, that is how you guys get a competitive advantage when it comes to your store. Obviously, guys, we haven't even moved on to the ads yet, but if you guys are enjoying this video, I just ask that you please leave a thumbs up, because if you receive any piece of value, just imagine how much more I'm about to show you guys in the creative process. Oh, and just to let you guys know, if you guys want this prompt engineering library, this is only for my inner circle members. So if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one, go ahead in the description and click the link down below and book a call with me. But obviously, this is for all the AI stuff that I do. But just to get you started, I will link all of those prompts down in one little doc for you. But if you guys are interested in learning much more about AI, obviously, just go ahead and click the link down below. But you guys can find this in the second link in the description, and you guys will be able to do exactly what I just did. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna move on to the fourth step, which is also one of the most important steps, which is the ads. All right, y'all, so there's 4 steps to making a good ad. Obviously, number 1 is swiping an ad idea. The number 2 is writing a script, including the hook, sourcing the content, and then editing the ad and putting it all together. Now, the most important part of this, guys, are these 2 right here. You want to script a good ad and have good hooks, and you want to have good content. Now, I almost want to say that this is also the most important, because you do want to have something that is an ad that has proof of concept, but really all of this is important. So we're going to go ahead and look into the success of an ad. There's only pretty much 3 things in an ad. An ad is pretty much just three things. It's a hook, it's a body, and then it's a call to action. So call to action, what that means is like, buy this now. We're telling the people what to do, right? So boom, those are the three things. So pretty much this is what it is. The most important part of your ad 100% is always going to be the hook. Guys, this determines if your ad is good or not. This determines if your ad is going to be successful or not. It's how good is your hook. And the second most important part is your retention, right? In fact, I'm going to say this is actually 15%, and this is more like 5%. 15% of your success of your ad is your retention. So that's your body. Are they continuing to watch the entire ad? Are they still interested after they watch the hook? So if your hook hooks them and it's a good hook, after that, can you hold their attention for them throughout the rest of the video? Boom. And then the CTA is the last part of the ad. This is where you tell them what to purchase. Now, this is not as important, but it is still a bit important. Okay? Now, since hooks are the most important thing, I'm going to talk about this the most. So there's three elements to a winning hook. There's copy. This is pretty much what you're saying in the hook. This is the visual scroll stopper, which is the content that people are seeing whenever they watch the ad. And then the audio is probably the least important part. But these two are the most important when it comes to your hook, visual scroll stopper, and copy. So now what I'm going to teach you guys is how to make good hooks and how to make good ads. All right, guys. So one of the best apps that I like to use for making creatives is this app called Get Hooked. And the reason it's so cool is because you can come here and just type in your brand. So remember, we're using this brand here, Shaper Love. So come in here and type in Shaper Love. And what we're able to do is go ahead and click on these three dots and click Start Spying. And then what you can do is go ahead and click Track and Brand Spy. And as you guys can see, you can not only see how much they launch every month. So as you guys can see, this is a winning brand. They're scaling up. From February to March, they have went up. From March to April, they went up. And it's currently May. It's the middle of May, so it's also going to be uptrending. And as you guys can see, you can see the 10 top performing ads with the absolute best conversion. So these are the 10 ads that are winning for this brand. So there's two things you guys can do with these right here. You guys can either come in here and just click download and just run these as your own. Or what else you guys can do is click details, and then you guys can use for AI script and just select a folder, click default folder. And now we can go ahead and script this ad and make it into our own. So what we did just now is we swiped it. We swiped this ad. We know that this ad works. There's no reason to go and try to make a new ad when we know this ad works. But now what we want to do is script it, because we don't want to just rip. Sometimes you can rip this ad alone, but instead of doing that, we can just go ahead and make our new script. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rewrite the entire script using AI. So to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this out here. But instead of doing this, I'm kind of lazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna screenshot this, and I'm going to give it to AI, and I'm just gonna say, hey, fill this out. So I'm just gonna give it to ChatGPT and tell it to fill it out. Boom. Guys, AI is too cracked. You don't have to do any thinking when it comes to AI. You can work as fast as possible with AI. If you're not using this, you're going to be left behind. I'm telling you, you guys need to learn how to use AI. If you guys want to learn how to AI, click the link in the description, because I am teaching everyone how to use AI and start ecom brands fully with AI. But boom, as you guys can see, we went ahead and just filled this out. You can toggle this forward or backwards depending what you want, but I just like to leave it here. Just go ahead and click Write Script. And it's literally going to make us a brand new script that we can use. But the thing about this is it's making our script better than their script. So obviously it's taking elements from the original script, but it's turning it into its own so that this is a much better ad. Remember guys, when it comes to the hooks, the copy is the most important part. So, it gave us 3 different ones, and we could test all of these. And then we got the body script, and then we got the CTA. So we have an entire script right here. And if you guys want this script, you guys can go ahead and just copy, throw this into this AI called 11 Labs. What 11 Labs will do is it'll read your script out in a voice. So like an example, I'll play it really quick.
Dude, where did your gut go? Imagine this. You're slipping on your favorite shirt. The one that always...
As you guys can see, that's all you need. And then whenever obviously I'm not signed into my 11 Labs, but you log into 11 Labs, you'll be able to put whole scripts in there. Then what you do is just click download, go into CapCut, throw that into CapCut. Now what you want to do is source your content. And the way to do that is you either go on TikTok, Instagram, or an app called Callow Data. And what you guys want to do is you guys want to look for content that looks eye-catching to use in your video. And then all the content that you source from TikTok, Instagram, or Callow Data, or even Get Hooked, you guys can source the content right here and just copy and paste that into CapCut, and you can make as many ads as you want that way. That is how you make ads. That is how you make effective ads. Remember guys, we're doing high confidence tests. We have a good offer, a good website, and good ads. That's all that you need when it comes to ads. Obviously, guys, I would do it for you guys right in front of you, but that would be a long process, and I will actually make a separate video on how to make ads like that if you guys are interested. So now you guys have a good product and a good market with a good website, with a good offer and some good ads. Now it's time to launch up. You have everything you need. This is a high confidence test. You can launch this with confidence that you'll be able to make good money with this. So a good launch would be 5 ads with 3 hook variations each. So all you have to do is that ad process 5 times, which should take you maybe a couple of hours. Remember, guys, GetHook gave us 3 different hooks to use. We don't have to go and try to brainstorm better hooks. So what we're gonna do for each ad is keep the same body and just change the hook for each of them. We're gonna have 3 different variations per ad. So what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna launch it in meta ads. Obviously, that's the best place to market. Do 1 CBO with 5 flex ads. So what that looks like, guys, is you have a campaign, and then you have ad, and each ad has 3 different hooks in there. So you're essentially testing 15 different ads on your first launch, with little effort. And then that's it, guys. You're gonna launch the ads just like that, and you're going to get your first few sales. Now, what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna let it sit for 3 days. For 3 days, you're gonna just let it get sales. You launched a high confidence test, it's going to get sales, guys. If you're not, then just cut it off early. But I promise you guys, if you followed all of these steps, you will be getting sales, okay? So boom, after 3 days, there's 2 things that you wanna look at, right? The first thing you wanna look at is, are you profitable? Retrospective, the last 3 days, check to see if you're profitable. If it's a no, then what you wanna do is, if it's super unprofitable, just go ahead and kill the product and move on to the next. Obviously, it's not good. If you're unprofitable, you typically don't want to go for that first, because, guys, remember, this is a long-term game, and you won't always be profitable after your first 3 days. In fact, a lot of times you won't be. But the key is, you want to see if the metrics are looking good. If you're barely unprofitable or you're just break even, just let it sit for 3 more days. And I forgot to mention, launch more ads. That's what you want to do after 3 days. If you're still not profitable, you want to go ahead and launch more ads. If you are profitable after 3 days, what you want to do is go ahead and scale up your budgets from 20% to 100%. This depends on how profitable you are. If you're barely profitable, then just go ahead and just do like 20%. But if you're like extremely profitable, you've had like a 4 ROAS, just go ahead and do double budget. It doesn't hurt to be aggressive sometimes whenever your ads are actually eating. So another thing you want to do after 3 days is you want to look and see which ad spent the most and performed the best. So essentially, let's assume that you launched your budget at $100 daily budget. After 3 days, you spent $300. So let's say this is what your ad looks like. Because remember, guys, we did a CBO. So what CBO means is the campaign picks where to put the money at. It may put more here, it may put less here. But that's the key of the CBO, is it's telling you what it thinks will work. So what you want to look at is what spent the most. Don't even look at which one got the most sales. Just look at what spent the most, but you'll know which one is your best ad because it's the one that spent the most. A lot of times in a CBO, on your first launch, this is what it will look like. You'll have 1 ad that got most of the spend. You have 2 ads that got 0 spend or barely any spend, and then you'll have 2 more ads that kind of got some spend. After 3 days of letting the ads sit and it spent a certain amount of money, you want to kill the ones that didn't do good, and then the one that did do really good, what you want to do with that one is make more ads that are like that. So what this means, guys, if an ad got a ton of spend in a CBO, what that means is Facebook thinks that ad is the best one. So essentially, if this is the best one, you want to look at the ad, look at the hooks, look at the body, look at the CTA, be like, what was good about this ad, and make more ads that are very, very similar to this one. So that is a strategy, guys. Once you do that, after a few days, every few days, check to see if you're profitable or not. Keep making ads that are like the best ones that you have. And just like that, guys, you're going to scale up to $1,000 per day and even further than that. So that is all you guys need to know to scale up to $1,000 per day. That is a quick course on how to do it. And just to let you guys know how achievable 1K per day is. 1K per day is literally just $300 daily spend at 3 to 4 ROAS is a 1K day. So remember, guys, if you guys are starting off with a $100 daily spend, all you need to do is pretty much scale up 3 times, which is essentially 9 days. So it could be as short as 9 days for you to make your first 1K day and 1K per day after that. So that is how quickly you guys can make this work. This is the mindset you guys need to come in. Obviously, it may take 9 days, it may take 20 days, it may take 30 days. But the key is you'll get to 1K per day if you just continue to do this and make more ads and run a good business. That is pretty much the full course on how to get from 0 to 1K per day as fast as humanly possible. Obviously, guys, you have everything that you need in this video, but if you are looking for someone to hold your hand through this process, if you guys are looking for a mentor to work with one-on-one, go ahead and click the link down below, book a call with me, and we can talk. I'm gonna be on the call with you. I'm gonna talk with you face on face, and I'm gonna see if you're a good fit to work with me. And if you are, then I'm going to go ahead and help you scale up to 1K per day as fast as possible. I will hold your hand through the entire process. You can hop on calls with me and we can get everything sorted out. So if that's something that you're interested in, like I said, click the link down below. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see y'all in the next one.